I'm Dr. Tony Huge, and this is the Fire Gel, and this is the Brazilian Tight from Muscle Gelz. They are both meant to put topically on the skin. I put the Fire Gel on this morning in order to help burn the stubborn body fat, which is the fat that's left on the lower abs. So I'm very lean on my upper body. You notice I can see all the definition and the veins, but I still have this lower back fat, the oblique fat. There's a layer of fat right here. I know it's hard to see, but there's definitely, to me, there's definitely fat, and this is the hardest fat to lose. Normally, if I try to do fat loss without using something like this to isolate the fat burning to a specific area, I'll end up burning muscle instead of fat. Because when you get as lean as I am, the body doesn't want to get rid of that last little bit of fat. The body will hold on to the fat before it will burn the fat and and instead of retaining muscle. So if I go do a bunch of cardio, I'm going to start actually burning muscle instead of burning fat, unless I use one of these things. Now, I've got a lot of feedback from both of these from other people. Fire Gel undoubtedly burns the stubborn fat in the area in which it's applied on myself and every person who's given me feedback from it. It also pulls the water out and tightens the skin temporarily. So it's got the temporary effect of tightening the area and the permanent effect of burning the fat from the area. Now the Brazilian Tight, I've gotten the best feedback from not so much the ab area, although it should work in the ab area the same as everywhere else, but when girls put it on their thighs, it seems to tighten up their thighs, and when men put it on their arms, and especially in places like between the muscles, the skin seems to tighten around the muscle, which is another look that we're going for. So what I'm doing this morning is I'm going to do my fasted cardio, or close to fasted cardio, and I already put the Fire Gel on my waist so that I can see before and after the workout how it looks, and then also after a couple days of using it, how much fat I can burn around my waist. And I'm going to put the Brazilian Tight on my arms. So I'm going to have two different things going on at the same time, sort of experiments. And this should bring out more of the lines and more of the definitions and tighten up the skin and give me that firm look. So women especially like the Brazilian Tight because they want that tight skin look, that firm look. They don't really usually trying to build muscle, they just want to look firmer or harder, and that Brazilian Tight gives that appearance. And then the Yohimbine burns the stubborn fat. Either one could be technically used interchangeably. But as you can see, I'm using the both at the same time for two different purposes. I could also mix them together. They are actually synergistic. They both have a whole bunch of different ingredients for local fat burning and tightening of the skin and pulling the water out. So they both approach it from two totally different angles. So yes, I could use them together, and the dosage doesn't seem to matter. It just matters that I cover the skin, and just like a lotion. So I don't even count how many pumps, or I don't even look at the suggested serving size, because it just doesn't matter. I'm trying to just topically coat whatever I'm trying to focus the fat burning and skin tightening on. So that's the difference between the Brazilian Tight and the Fire, which I both applied this morning.